Hello, this is FG back with you for Anbennar, picking up with the Farranean campaign, or however it is spoken. Last episode we went through the process of migrating over, forming Farranean, and then having to engage in truce breaking, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And now I want to come here, and I want to do that. Alright, and just like that, we are back to making money. I went ahead and granted some estate privileges. Alright, so... development of at least 20... yeah, Eskin... Alright, Eskin reclaimed. Eskin, our great capital, was ransacked when the orcs came through its abandoned streets and saw our great symbol ravaged by the cruelty the green tide brought everywhere it went. It was only the near immediate occurrence of the Battle of Rottensteppe that prevented the orcish clans from being settled here, and which made our reclamation easier against the stragglers and more disorganized bands left in the wake. But our city has the banners it was built under blown once more, and home never felt so precious as when it had once been lost. Alright. Scars of the past, and then we get the good general. Alright, yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and get rid of this one and this one. They must understand we have to share these lands now. Alright. Action, build spy network. We will send a warning to them. We're also going to march north. Are they allied to anyone? Maybe. I might do that. I'll do the dame. Alright, we need to improve relations with them. Okay. And then for the next... Vale Fort, Curse Woods, and Whistle Vale. Alright, so I'm probably going to build a fort here, right here, and then on Vale Fort itself. Yeah, that sounds good. You know what, I might actually... How many men does Marwold have? Okay, that is 26 development, so I am probably going to want to claim on that. Alright, and I also do want to do that. Which is good. Experience. Advancements. Nope, not advancements. Enchantment. Study magic with our ruler, and we will do enchantment. Confirm. Alright. Okay, we're pious and a powerful mage. Righteous. Surely someone is pious. Well, I guess we can do Nara then. Alright, I don't want to fight that. So we are going to get some sort of alliance just to force Ibivar to piss off. Shit, let me do this all again. Alright, I am back. Now we have full mana. What kind of fun things could we do? Yeah, we want Renown, Mass Charm. And then we also want to go to Spy Network, and I'm gonna go ahead and take save. The only difference is that I went ahead and abdicated earlier, and that we have Spy on Arian as our mission instead. And I went ahead and allied Order of the Iron Scepter. Alright, we do ask and reclaimed. Yeah, that's different too. Yeah, I'll take this. Yeah, I'll take this general. At least for the moment. Then we can go ahead and get rid of... Oh, I got rid of one of the other good generals that we had. That's fine though. Obviously, we're going to take a claim on that. Half a loan. And we're good. With loans, at least. Alright. Okay, this is unfortunately going to be a malice to terrain. I think they're going to be heading back this way. Nope. Alright, these guys go that way. Yeah, ability cannot be bought. Recall that. We also want to improve relations right there. Here, we definitely want to go ahead and take these two. The Aryan rebels. Fortunately, I have not seen too much work being done on the Aryan mission. Or too much, not work. Obviously, people don't have to be talking on there to work, but I haven't seen much discussion. Then I want to also go ahead and get them instead. Yeah, this war's not winnable. Alright, time to go back once again. Ugh, man. This just feels bad. Current mana, yeah. There goes my Spy Master. Another one now. Is this guy Moon? What elf? Yes. He looked Sun Elf. Or, yeah, he looked Sun Elf. Like a Sun Elf. Walker Soldiers of Fortune. This just event is bad. It cost way too much money for way too little. Alright, so what I want is these provinces. Honestly, I can wait. Alright, so Eskin could go for Eric's here, and then we're going to want to build a fort right there, and then we're going to build one in the Vale fort itself. And we would also love to improve relations right here. They're attacking Frozen Maw. Oh. Let's see. I mean, I assume Vorin March has already risen up. Or, Crovis has done his invasion. I'll find a job for him. Yeah, I'll actually take that. Oh. And we can access them off, ask military access from them. Alrighty. Yeah, we can just keep taking tech. And here we want to build their barracks, Scars of the Past. I don't think we should be getting negative events as an Ascani or as a, not an adventure, but a reformed Ascani nation. Guess that's currently that. And let me also go here and just put this to friendly. Ivar hates me, that's fine. We'll be best buds eventually. We'll be best buds one day. Mercenary. Yeah, we can spawn Ivar. I think they hate us, so... Like I said, we'll be buddies eventually. About an alliance. Do we swing an alliance? Probably not. What about Arbor? Potentially get an alliance with them. Or half-elves, so people do like us. Let me get a production building and a skin. How long has this been going on? Alright. Spellbook. Enchantment. Mass Charm. Let me just make sure that kicks in. I'll wait a little bit longer. And that will give us only 39 aggressive expansion for... what, like... 42... and like 70 development. It's a pretty great deal, if you ask me. I also want to build a spy network there, and then I can attack them as well. Wait, mountain? Okay, yeah, mountain shark. Alright, now we're good. And we can take that off. This is only 39 aggressive expansion. Okay. Then we can do Aelnor. An alliance with them. Who else hates Ipivar? I'm going to start improving relations with them with an eye to eventually we will, what's it called? Switch out. I'll let the orcs in. Oh no, look at the coalition. It's terrible. Ooh, Temple of Mesmer. Anyways, what are we doing? Yes, this. Then here, I'm going to do that as well. Then we're going to do these two provinces. Obviously, we want just the rest of this as well. And we'll go ahead and let the world know. And we've nearly actually... We're already a lot bigger than I think historical Farranean ever was. Don't know if I want to do that quite yet. However, with this... Where's that severed ear? Tech 8 versus Tech 7. Additionally, we want to go ahead and build a fort there. We're going to build another fort there. And hopefully we can build a few more. Okay, we can also do illusion. Spy stuff. Bread and circuses. That's good. I really like the magic rework. It just has so many good things. Like assimilation, that's just -2 missionary cost. Or, sorry, +2 missionary percent. And then cultural conversion cost, native assimilation. Culture conversion time is a relatively common modifier, so that's quite good. Alright, is there any spellbook? Fear and Loathing. Okay, that's funny. Bread and circuses. Okay, we can do that, and then we're gonna wait, and then we're gonna do Shadows in the Night, hopefully next month. Or whenever we can. I don't care. Ooh. That's fun. Anyways, we gotta make sure we get this province siege down so you can actually, like, do stuff. Severdeer. Severdeer, my friend, I do not think you understand the situation you are in. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, yeah, we're out of time here. Great. We're also ahead of time here. Also good. So we can get our ideas. And this is the one we want to build a fort on. So definitely make people very upset that I am doing the exact thing that the adventurers are supposed to do. And reclaiming land in the name of humanity and the Region Court. And Parion, and Ascon. All those things. Alright, so here we want to fabricate a claim on Up Creek. I have to do this more granularly. We should probably get... Let me do that. We should be able to afford them. Are we? Let's clear... Okay, we're gonna declare war on Ancardia after we're done with our cores. we have a claim on that already. Now we want to improve relations with Dame's Crown. We can also just try and get along with Lex, because they are still the Emperor, which is great. Let's go ahead and get rid of them. And then let's go ahead and drop maintenance for just a little bit. Where are the ogres from? Falstad's Last Stand. Oh, it's, okay, yeah, I get where we're getting them from. More taxes cost. Alrighty. Point. And then we want to rival. Does Lex have any rivals? Gwed. You know what? Fuck Corvaria. These guys. Extra siege ability, so now we have plus 30%, which means we should absolutely obliterate orcs. Oh, we got discovered. Unfortunate. Alright, let's make him happy. Complete the conquest of Falsemire. I do not care. Oh, I might do that later. They allied to Brave Brothers. Yeah. Here I can access there. Didn't even get the siege off. Excellent. Lines there, no lines there. Lines here, though. I mean, go ahead, they hate elves. It's like one of their main things. Or I'll marry them. Yeah. We're nice people. Colonialism, spare no expense. Alright. Oh, we have blade marches. One are we not coring? This one, I should have done that. Actually, I couldn't have, because I think I had that full forward. Um... and here... Absolutely. Yep, that's great. That's good as well. That will help me when I want to go ahead and build that fort. We'll do that. We want to accept the greenskins, and we will also declare war here. Estel, hey buddy, we should have... Yeah, we have enough favors. We will leave a single unit here to prevent them from rebuilding anything. Yep. Here we want cash. Transfer trade power. Okay, 1 second. Alright. Yep, and then... Castellier in the south of Scone, that'd be funny. I won't do that, though. Here, we want to go ahead and build that. And we want to go over. Dalbor's out. Oh, they must have a good relation with Eleanor. And it's easier just to build a barracks there than anything else. We're not gonna do slavery. We're nice people. Right, and nearly good. We want to keep enough money to put a place down there. Have any other? I do have some cores on Newshire. The lead would not join. Arboron would probably not also not join. Yeah, not doable. Alright. What is, however, doable is developing here for the institution. Okay, we're now a great power. Also, luckily cut Gawet off from getting anywhere into the ska, which is great. Now we also need to build great infrastructure here. National unrest, diploid rep, and then that as well. So give me a full front line +1 for combat. Alright. And I will also use this time. Build spy networks on them. Okay, who? Venom Fens, manpower. Yeah, manpower's not happening. Insatiable. Okay, and for this, I am going to have to use autonomy. I'm not paying for 2 corruption. Get us still in on this. Arboron probably will not join no matter what. Here. Do that. I'll use Gowed while they're not a billion ducats in debt. Which they will eventually be, because this is Gowed we're talking about. I've never had a game where I've been allied to Gowed and they've consistently been not in a crippling amounts of debt. Alright. I do actually want to get 3 more cannons, because we are at the point where we can now start actually doing sieges. Right, what is... okay, yeah, we're doing better. Looking good. Here, I want to build that. Aeonor, of course, of course. That down here, we can take these provinces. No one should really care. Because religion. Alright, we'll get rid of that fort though. I do have a question. Who is Newshire allied to? Don't want to take that off yet. It's 92. States do not love us at this moment. Next is this. Okay, yeah, sorry. The Cassians were the name given to the fortified towns of Old Farranean. Before the advent of chivalric Giscon's heyday, where they were forsworn, and even during this period, there was the potential threat of Ibavari invasion from the southwest and invasions from the east. These towns' constructions were part of how they were able to hold a line to enable the evacuation to be completed. So, having proven their mettle once again, it is time to restore them anew with modern techniques for the new threat of the post-Green Tide Ascana. Let's get to work. Alright, that doesn't do anything, but... Alright, the Vale Fort Remnants. Now we're gonna have to full core this stuff. Alright, Vale Fort or Remnants. The Vale Fort was the last refuge when the other Cassians fell. When the tide of refugees proved too much for our realm to keep itself afloat, the choice was made to evacuate as many people as possible to keep the dream of the nation alive in exile. The Vale Fort remains despite it all, and if we had not been restored, they may have been the last remnants of the Farranean ways. Let them have their pride of place restored at court, and bring their expertise back to the realm renewed. Alright, now I just need to do the Skogtron. Alright. Yep, do that. Take that off. Here we want to curry favors. Now, if they're gonna declare, I'm gonna declare. Do that. That. I have no clue why you decided to fight my Rebels New Shire. A really bizarre decision. Small cash, 4 reps. More reps. Did they actually beat... Oh, they actually beat Frozen Mono War somehow. Is that because... Alright, Order of the Ashen Rose, you can leave. You don't actually have to core up all those provinces. By now we're here as well. Excellent. One of these provinces have devastation. No, I was looking at the wrong bar. I'm an idiot. Here we are also going to build that. Later. Alrighty. Advancement effort, and then advancement effort. Alrighty. This will all eventually go down. Alright. It is time for the great annual rebel fighting. Additionally, let me do this. Advancement, study magic. What do I want my mages to actually do? Don't care about witchdom. Simulacra, Battle Mage Academy. Vacation. Let's do enchantment. You don't take that cash. No, I don't do that. Is that our heir or us? It's our heir who's industrious. Eventually we're going to replace our dynasty, so it doesn't matter too much. Alright. What do we have going right now? Let me use the mana enchantment. Cast charm. Do Costellos for the moment. And then we can do that and assimilation. Religious unity. Where's this? I'll do that. We have trolls here. Okay, claim on. That's canwood. Alright. On. Claim right there. Okay, we will take that since that is actually a tactic, or not tactics, a unit change. Like, corruption is really good. Yeah, well, okay, we'll wait. Then here we want... Alright, what great power number are we? Number 7. Storage up great power. Yeah, I'll take that. And get these conversions done. Throw that down there. All our estates up. Normir, do not care. Need 41. Hero Castellar. Yep. Do that. How long is the Eleanor truce? 2 more years. Alright. Does Gowed want these provinces? They absolutely do. Do they have claims on them? No, they just want them. I think we'll probably flip over to Cornite this game. I think we get unique stuff for Cornite. Right. Trade. Let's do that. Select from trade. Here we want transfer trade. It's worth the debt. And where is my institutions map mode? Okay, we're doing pretty good. Here we want advancement effort. Advancement effort there. Okay, we can take it. It's very expensive, though. very soon. Alright, enchantment is proficient. Enchantment, confirm. Alright, how do I upgrade magical infrastructure? Okay, we need 3 mage towers, court mage, legendary ruler mage, or state mage. Alright. No. Eventually those are going to be converted, I think, probably by mission. Are we over? Okay, we are over a little bit. Let's give our nobility... Where is it? Right, there we are. We are going to... And here we want to throw down a... for development. Development. Average autonomy is less than 20. Less than 10%. What is average autonomy in my nation? Gotta check that here. Totally blanking out on where I check average autonomy. Is there... Alright, yeah, we can wait a little bit. Is there even anyone in the coalition against Nerdchestier? Not really, no. Enchantment. Do Mass Charm, and then it is time to declare war on Aelinor. Except no one would join me. Arboron could. I still might later. Okay. Alright, ability to lose influence, that's good. I want to improve with some outreach countries. Uvar obviously hates us. Just go ahead and send them an insult. Oh my god, Unised's in the game! Oh yeah. Yep, they exist. That's amazing. I don't know when they got added. They're kind of like a meme nation, sort of. What was wrong here? They really... Attitude towards enemies. Okay, so they like them. Because they have... Who else are they allied with? Esther. See, the problem is I'm not 100% sure I can do this. Them. If I was to declare war on Esther... Okay, how many oh, not enough favors. I'm gonna curry favors here, here. I can have them... Has to prepare for war. Alright, so Aelnor is allied to Esther. I actually split my army in half. That's a really good general. I'm actually going to switch that up because this army is going to actually be fighting. And I am going to go ahead and declare war on Aelnor, call on Arboron. Actually, we'll be able to call on Esthil. Okay, I don't actually have any magic I can use. Yeah, I'll get a few extra men. Yeah, I'll take that, even though it's going to be painful later on. Honestly, for, Frozen Maw, be happy just taking the cash from them. So Esther is going to get annexed. Unless I can... I can't take that. Where is Mir? Down there. Yeah. Okay, we'll go ahead and pour that when we have the chance. State influence. Yeah, we can do that. Wait. Fuck me. Gonna have to wait. Okay. Or I can just decrease autonomy. Gotta go back a little bit further. Alrighty. So currently, devastation, average autonomy needs to be lower. Where is, do I have an autonomy in that mode? Alright. That do it, if not. Decrease autonomy here. Alright. There we are. The Skog Trin was a great cursewood sapling of the tree found in the Vale. Its planting by the hands of both human and elf when the Farranean took its steps towards becoming a realm of human, elf, and their half-elf descendants alike following the marriage of Edward Farran and Bahari Tenderfrem. The resulting union of that initial human Farranean of Martin and Elfrem of Tenderfrem. Its place on the banner of our nation, a sign of all that can be achieved through unity and focusing on the efforts that come with diligence and unison when it comes to living this sometimes cursed land. Eskin had been a ghost town, abandoned in the wake of the evacuation of the kingdom as the green tide approached. The Silanat Yan made their fateful decision that they and as much of the armed forces as willing would man the fortifications and take the fight to the still strong stragglers of the green tide as refugees streamed through the kingdom and destroyed any chance for attaining a strong authority as lords and other local powers were unable to truly provide for those fleeing from further afield. The only option had been for everyone to flee and seek refuge further afield, where even the ongoing Lilac War that there was greater food supply in the region. Okay, this needed an editor. There's a greater food supplies in the regions people would be fleeing to. The army lost to Corgus, and yet their loss caused a shift in his march to that fateful events of Rotten Step. Such mercies did not revive the kingdom, though. And even without the formal establishing of an Orcish clan on the bones of the Old Kingdom, many came and ransacked the empty cities with the collapse of any organized resistance beside those who hold up in Vale Fort. When we came back upon Eskin, much of what had made it a capital had been destroyed, Skogutron itself gone, and much left to rebuild. Even as the living grew to make it home, the ghosts of the past could be felt in how empty the halls remained, even as more and more people moved in. The undead may not be present in a literal sense, but the way in which it was left felt like a place home to many unresolved moments. And yet, there is hope. As we plant the restored sapling transferred from the Vale Fort, it springs eternal. A new dawn breaks. We're also going to convert that to Farranean half-elf. And now we can declare on Aelnor, except first need to go to them. Favors. Prepare for war. Excellent. Declare here for... let's go with Isengard. On Arboron. Split these guys in two. Unfortunately, we're not going to have that super general we had, but this guy's good enough. Alright. Prestige is in our army grand. Declare war here. Guard, call them in. Yep. Do we have... Okay, we have those two going. This is really not much aggressive expansion. Aggressive expansion impact, honestly, S tier modifier. Alright. Yeah. Did Unicet really get a peasants war? That's funny. Their whole thing is like peasant republic that's constant, or a bunch of peasants that are perpetually revolting. Not revolting in the they're disgusting sense, although they are disgusting peasants, so... Ooh, and that guy has 4 siege. God damn. Say that. A lot more casualties than was necessary, but that's fine. Who is this over here? Is that... Okay, yeah. For some reason, the, what are they called? The, oh, yep, there it is. Is there really that many Castellarians? I know there was one... Oh, there is. And some Marchers, too. Oh, queer. Yeah, we want all of that. No compromises. And here, we're gonna take... No favoritism. Yeah, royal favoritism. That is the 4 siege general. They can take the cannons with them. Alright. Institutions. We're looking 1,000 ducats. I don't believe it's going to get any cheaper. Alright, so for Frozen Maw, yeah, they're willing to accept that. Take a fair amount of that cash. And then we gotta core that stuff up. Oh, speaking of Anbennar, I believe that what are they called? Black Castanors currently has an actual mission tree that seems like it's being developed, which is very cool. And these can all obviously come off. Alright, these guys head up north. That. Oh, Esther is unconditionally surrendering. Esther, hey buddy. Take that from you. Take that off your hands. Yep, we're tolerating the orcs now. Obviously want that. And this is gonna be painful. Alright. Now, Brawny half-elf. Brawny half-elf. Yeah, that seems fine. We have that for another 12 years. Alright. So now we need to start handing out a whole bunch of privileges. Cultures, religious diplomats we obviously want. How are we looking? Alright, we can give them that. Takes them up to 57. Here, these guys are 49. Fortifications. These guys are 47. Give them land rights. Patronage of the arts. Get them up to 59. I just want to get these guys up a little bit higher. Aristocratic counselors. 55, 57. 51. And reduced research regulations. And then for adventurers, generous quest rewards. Take them up. Alright. With that, everyone will naturally tick towards 55, in which case we can take the mission, and then we'll be good. Speaking of magic and whatnot, let's go to the nation. Alright, we're becoming slowly falling more backwards, but it is fine because we now have consolidated control over basically all of Western Canor, bar like what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, -9 provinces, and we have like a good portion of Forlorn Vale. We'll get more eventually. But for now, I'm going to take the people who fled Ascan came from all over, and in addition to the returning Farranean, there is many realms who seem destined to have died with the Green Tide in terms of which titles were prestigious enough and have had the basis for restoration. We were lucky, but others were not. Asengard, Morsed, Balmire, Craghill, Muirwood, Odemir, Eskerfort, and more all have the diasporas in exile who can host and have their own tapestry interwoven into history and identity of what they were planting and growing here. Let them come home, for they may be weary, but we have given a chance to rest. Their contributions will echo through history yet to be told. And we will go. The hefty damage done by the Green Tide can be measured in many ways. There is obviously a hefty toll for the lives of the Ascani people, but they also lost a lot of their knowledge and methods in the exodus and conflict. But not all such lore was lost. While most refugees returning are peasants and soldiers, some are artisans and scholars who carry with them what we need to rebuild what was lost. By investing in the ventures of these new citizens, we could reignite Ascani artistry. What shall we do, my king? Bad. Yeah, I'll do that. Ooh, glass, that's good. Alright, and with that, I am going to end this episode. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.